Part two. Sorry about the interruption, y'all. Y'all know I was getting ready to get riled up. I was getting ready to go in. Woo! I could feel my heartbeat. No, I'm just playing. If you didn't have the opportunity to watch part one, watch part one, then come back and watch part two. But yeah, so I'm just going to start in where I left off. But somebody is upset that they don't produce that same or have that same quality to produce the same creativity or have the same creativity or as you or something like that. And they're afraid that people, hey J Mike, and they're afraid that people are going to find out. It's like it's going to ruin their reputation. you know but for whatever reason they feel like they can, like I said, they feel safe enough to take from you, and like you would forgive them, like, because they feel like you have more than enough, like you can just rebuild yourself over and over and over. This is somebody who don't have a problem taking from others. You can't make this they don't have a problem stealing from somebody else and calling it their own. This is somebody who will, like I said, they'll take something and then they'll put a little bit of something else in it from that they stole from somebody else, and they'll call it their own. They'll say, no, I came up with this entire idea, but they didn't. But see, people know where the idea originated from, because it can only originate from somebody who has a certain quality, who can provide a certain, let's just say, je ne sais quoi. There's only one person, and that person, they're far from you. They haven't even started at the bottom yet. It's just that it's through their own greed, through their own lust, that they want to be where you're at. See, somebody's going to try and say something. They're going to try and speak up. They're going to try and like maybe they can uh, bite your rhyme, take the claim to fame. But see, you already know it's somebody that's going to try and steal your joy. But the truth is, don't try to compare. Where don't try. What does it say? What is it? Don't stare where you can't compare. Some shit like that. Don't do something. Don't compare yourself to where you can't compare yourself. Wherever, whatever that saying is, say that to your damn self. Hey, daughter, how are you? How are you? Hey, Margreta. I mean, Mag Beta Music. Hey, Mag Beta Music. And Spirits, Tunes, and One Tarot. Hey, Ragnarok, how are you? Yeah, somebody they think that you know what, they think they can level up by going through the shadows. They cannot. Like they can bite your rhymes. They cannot. This person is ashamed. They are ashamed, and they want to shame you. They want to shame you for having being on the positive right tip that you're on. They want to make you feel bad. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Sorry, this person is barking up the wrong damn tree. Barking up the wrong damn tree. Yes, I'm telling you, there is an enemy in the camp. They think that you don't see him, but you see him. I'm telling you, this is somebody. They're gonna you're gonna find out who this is. Everyone's gonna find out who this is, because this is the person who's upset that they couldn't come up with the idea or the plan, or they can't do it the way that you do it, or somebody's gonna try and do something the way you do it. It's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the same. What's the message? Yep. They don't have that same je ne sais quoi that you got. They can't stick. they foot in the food and make it taste good. They stick their foot in the food. People are like, is that dead skin in that chili? What the fuck is that? Is that a toenail for real? What is this? Is this fungus? Mm-hmm. But see, this person, it's like they want to be used so bad. They want to come out and have this radical rebirth where everybody pictures them just like they picture you in alignment. But see, this person has to understand they need to do the damn work. And then that's the one thing they don't want to do is the work. Do the fucking work. You only hurting you if you don't. This is why somebody is able to do the things that they've done. That somebody wants to know what the secret is. Someone wants some clout. That's what the secret is. Someone has done the work. They started from the ground up. That's what the secret is. That's why they can produce this. That's why God has given them the clearance. That's why they know they're worthy to obtain all the desires of their heart. This is why their stuff is working, because people feel safe going towards them because they know that they are approaching them and they're being received in the spirit of love, not in the spirit of what can I take from this. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. See, somebody thought that they could come in, they could just do what they normally do, take, and then act like they really, was part of this, and get some type of recognition. They had fun, and act like they was really part of this, and then see how they can shine in the light, but yet they don't want to really do the damn work. They really don't want to be a part of it. They really don't want to add to their own success, their own abundance. They want to take from somebody else. But see, there's a new sheriff in town. This time things are different. This time, someone is being made to sit down in this season. Not just sit down, but all the way down and surrender. Because someone is being seen for exactly who they are. And it's okay. Someone needs to understand that everyone sees them for exactly who they are. Hey, Shaylin, how are you? And on the flip side, everyone sees you for exactly who you are, too. Humble, down to earth, kind, gentle, not placing yourself first, thinking about what example you're leaving, thinking about how things affect someone else. People are seeing you as very grounded, very stable, very secure. Like I said, in that loving, nurturing energy. This is why you're receiving the good juju. This is why it's your turn. Time for someone to level up. Time for them to grow up. You know, It's almost like somebody they take pleasure in putting themselves on Front Street. They take pleasure in calling attention to themselves to say, I've done this, I've done that. This is me, 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 me. Oh, well, I can do this and I can do that. It's time for somebody to stop that. They need to cut that out because that is what's bringing them grief because it's bringing other people grief. People don't want to hear all the time about, oh, and I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. That makes it look like you're a narcissist tooting your own damn horn. Somebody needs to ask, sometimes, tell me about this, tell me about that, and then let somebody toot their own horn. Then talk about how you created nothing, something out of nothing, or how you had to rebuild yourself and this and that and the other. Somebody's giving off the energy of a tad bit devilish. A tad bit devilish, a tad bit wanting to sneak. That magician energy. You can't make this shit up. That's what somebody's giving off that energy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can't make that shit up. Mm-hmm. All because they mad because they can't do what you do. Oh well. It ain't the play, it's the game. It ain't the player, it's the game. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like, eat more garlic. I mean, eat more spinach. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It's like, are you exercising? I don't know what to tell you. But you can't stop. You can't be mad at somebody for getting good juju. You can't be. That's like you being mad for somebody being born the way they look. You know what I'm saying? You having a straight up attitude, but being mad, but being born, or somebody being born the way they look, and then be talking about, oh, he think he fine, he or she thinks she cute. What? Like all they did was come out of the womb. That's it. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Yes. I'm telling you, somebody they want to try and stake the claim before you do it. And they're gonna get mad because they're not gonna be able to, because it's already gonna be trademarked with you. That's why they're not gonna be able to get shit. See, this person thinking they was going ready to be able to get something. No, they're gonna be on the bottom ground. Okay, they ain't even put nothing up in there. Yet they want to take something out. How that work? How that work? You ain't even made a payment, but yet you trying to withdraw. Come on now. Somebody know the truth, and they know that the truth is going to be known. Hey, Red Violet, they know the truth is going to be known. Ain't no need in them half stepping. None. Yeah. Somebody gonna forgive. They will forgive, but you know what? I'll tell you one thing: they won't ever forget that shit. Think that shit is a motherfucking game. You think a head will roll before? Oh no, you ain't see no head roll. Head roll, tootsie roll, nothing. See, somebody taking your kindness for a fucking weakness. Fuck all that bullshit. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. Talk about bringing in some grief. Talk about harvesting a hard time for thyself. Touch not my motherfucking anointed. Think it's a motherfucking game if you want to. There are certain people you need not really fuck with. Somebody's gonna find out that they done fuck with the wrong one. Mm-hmm. That's when the secret is gonna be revealed that you know what? That wrong one was the right one. And it was all wrapped up into the same one. That's when somebody gonna find out that they in the FO of the FA. What's the message, Spirit? Hey y'all, I feel so happy my daughter North Empress Philly is on today. It's hard for her to get on because she's got 2 little girls. What's the message? Anything else from the stack? Yep. Someone is they like upset that it's almost like this person's finding out that they really do have to start from the bottom up. But it's like they're gonna have to put their own creativity on it. They're gonna have to think of their own plan. They're gonna have to think of their own thing. They can't bite off of this one, bite off of that one, take from this one, take from that one, and put it all together and call it theirs. That's not how it works. It's still not going to get them the acclamation, or y'all want to say, y'all know what the fuck I'm trying to say. The cheers that somebody's hoping for. It's still not going to get them that because it's not theirs. That wasn't a download. That wasn't a gift that they received from the Most High to put it together, to put their time, their energy, their spirit, their purpose, their drive, their commitment, their resources, their finance, everything in that. It wasn't theirs. It was someone else's. And yet somebody thinks that they can come and just take something. No, they're finding out that what they thought that they was going to get for free, they fucked themselves over. They would have had a better chance and better time just staying in the truth path, trying to do things on the up and up. But instead, whenever somebody going to try and take it from you, that's whenever they mess themselves up. Thinking that they was going to make it their time. No, I'm going to make it my time this time. I want my time to be right now, But see, it's not somebody's turn to come out, they still got some work to do. They still got to find themselves. They still trying to go through their own still seasons. They not that empress yet. They still going through their seasons. Mm-hmm. I feel like somebody's going to try and say something to apologize because they really know that they've been seen with the eye war of that. They know they've been seen. They know that they wasn't slick enough. They know they cannot split a nickel down the middle. There is no 2.5 cents. You couldn't get away with this shit. So somebody want to just go ahead and stop all the towers happening, stop all the, side eye, stop all this, stop all that. Because they know that your intuition told you what to do, to resist this person, to go around, to find another way to stop. Because once again, someone felt like they could come in and they could take your kindness as a weakness. They felt like you was so weak you wouldn't know. Mm-mm. 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 Somebody must not have wanted to be awake this entire week. They must have wanted to be asleep the entire week. Fucking around with me, I'll knock that motherfucker out when they wake up and Jack slap that motherfucker into next week. When they wake up, they be like, damn, I'm gonna take that. She's not fucking with me like that. She mean no. She mean no. Yeah. Somebody better leave it alone. Somebody better leave it alone. Mm-hmm. Anything else from this deck? Okay. Yes, I'm telling you, that the truth is known. The truth and set somebody. The truth was told and set somebody free. Okay. Now somebody they know that they can't do that. The cover has been blown. Kablew it. Mm-hmm. Somebody may be set free. They may be cut from the project because of this. You know, trying to shake somebody out. You know, shit. Mm-mm. You better ask somebody. Better ask somebody. Thou shalt not try me. Move 24/7. What's the message? Bottom of the deck. Manifest. I'm telling you. Somebody thought that they was getting ready to get something. They ain't getting nothing. What they was going to do is try and be in your bag. They was going to act like they was working with you. They act like, but see, they didn't know the God was guiding you, leading you in the right direction, that this is something that you've been working on, okay? They didn't know that you had the inner strength. You had already worked on this alone with that inner strength from God and was creating this shit by your damn self. And you was awakened to know that, you know, the direction that you need to go, and you was choosing love. That's why this shit was working. But see, this other person, they was feeling rejected because it wasn't them that was coming up with the plan. It was you that was coming up with the plan. So they was trying to think how they could be in the community showboat and acting like, you know, it was me that was coming up with this. I was receiving it. I don't know how I received these downloads. I just be receiving these downloads. But see, they was really overburdened because they were sitting there thinking about how other people other people gonna look at them whenever these people know the truth. And the truth was, they were sitting here, instead of them doing their own shadow work, they trying to get in bed with somebody else to try and get the secrets and that pillow talk and shit like that. Like, tell me about what you say about that secret project that you working on, that vehicle, bro. The X293. What is that? What exactly was the X293? And exactly what type of fuel do you put in there, baby? Oh, Raul, you sure do know how to kiss a girl. Kiss me and tell me about that exhaust exterminator fit defibrillator you was telling me about before. Ooh, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. See, they was trying to compare themselves. They can't compete with they don't compare. They was comparing themselves, and they wanted your blessings. They had this knowing, this deep knowing. They had to go within. It's time for them to do their own thing. They had to boss up. They had to boss up. Mm-hmm. So they were sitting here making a wish that they was gonna get y'all Skrilla. They was gonna get your shit. Spirit said, skirt, no, bitch. You wrong. Scratch that up. We about to start all the way over. Now this person has to start all the way just like you did. Over. They have to walk a mile in your shoes. Mm-hmm. They have to wait for spirit to answer the call. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's whenever they're going to find out what they need to attach themselves to, what they really need to work on, what they need. Because all this other shit, it's all the other people's shit. And they don't even appreciate the shit that they do have. Okay? That's why they need to follow their own spark. They get their own momentum, their own ideas, their own green light. instead of indulging in somebody else's hard work, and then worrying about somebody else finding out that you said you take them from somebody else's hard work. Come on now, you know. Mm-mm, mm-mm. What's the message? Hey, amazing woodcrafts, how are you? Hey, Yvette, how are you doing? What's the message? Thank you. I'm telling you, somebody does not even compare to you. They know there's no comparison. They know what that you're receiving your blessings because you've already worked on those inner child demons that you had to work on. Those things that you didn't feel good about, you did that, and that's why you chose love, and that's why you have this deep knowing that you going in the right way. You going to the way the spirit wants you to go because you're being led in the way of your heart. Telling you it's time for somebody to walk in your shoes and for them to boss up themselves. So, and you know what? I'm gonna tell you something else. The reason this person has to do this now, the reason this shit is not gonna work out for them is because they wish that your shit didn't work. They hope that your shit was a flop. That's what their secret wish was. But God said something different for them. God sent abundance for you and wants them to be able to have to sit on the outside looking in at the bigger picture. Now this person is going to feel stuck that they don't get to be partaking in your indulgence because your cup is over. You got 3 cups, you're overflowing. So that means you definitely don't have a problem sharing, but somebody is stuck because they was going to try and take it for themselves. Now somebody, all they can do is look at you, watch you on the computer, and have these sleepless nights. Remember when they used to be a part of, but see, they was going to sit here and try and take it for themselves. But now they thought that they could hoard your shit, but now they ain't got shit. How'd that work out for you? Somebody sitting here thinking about, watching you and travel or whatever, and they thinking about what it would have been like had they been traveling too. They heads all in the clouds, like picturing themselves on that airplane too. Where y'all going? They should be there too. But instead, of them trying to build a business, and everything, whereas and understand that hey, they're helping to build a business. Maybe our eyes were on you or something like that. But I feel like because there's more than one person here. Just like somebody has to understand that right now this is the time to build. This is the time to build. But instead somebody they were in solitude but and secretly that's not how their heart felt. They didn't feel like this in their heart. What they really wanted, like I said, they wanted your plan to fail. They wanted this venture to fail. Yes, don't compete where you don't compare. Behave exactly. Yeah. But instead, I'm telling you, this shit is about to take off. It's about to build momentum. The community is going to love it. I'm telling you because this is where people it's like they get to release these burdens that they have and go more in the flow. Mhm. This is where a place where somebody, it's like they stop thinking about what they look like and they start doing their shadow work. Yes. Yes, yes. This is the time where somebody, they get to manifest their relationships, those intimate relationships, those authentic relationships that they truly want. you know, and they are now awakened to things that their triggers. They're awakened to their triggers so that they don't go back to the old ways that they used to deal with that, and ways that people are going to try and come back into their life after they've cleaned up their life. They're going to try and these people are going to try and come back to see if they can trigger them again, get them back into the matrix and all that other stuff. But somebody has completed, all their karma, and you know what? They are comfortably resting in God's hands. They put a lot of that bullshit behind them. They don't even think about all that bullshit anymore. All they're doing is right now, this is like divine timing. This person is on their way to the top. Can't nothing stop them. Can't nothing stop them. I'm telling you, this has been prophesied. Somebody is on the right way, on the right. They've crossed the finish line. This is somebody who is victorious. This is somebody who is victorious, and they started over just as authentically as themselves. This is somebody who deserved that fresh start. And can be the person that they wanted to be. Yes, exactly. Really, Future just started to play. Damn. Damn. That's right. That's right. That's right. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Thank you. Yes, somebody that's like they're not receiving in the abundance. They're not receiving in the abundance because they know that they have to do the work. Somebody has to do the work. They got to go within. You know, they have to boss up, and they got to choose love. And you know what? And there's people sit there and go, "Oh, I love people. I love everybody," but they really don't. Especially if it's somebody that likes to place themselves first to make sure that they get the biggest piece of the pie. That's not somebody who loves them, that loves everybody. That's somebody. Oh, thank you so very much, Amazing Woodcraft. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's somebody who loves themselves. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who loves others, make sure that other people have just like they have. We all deserve to be rich. We all deserve to have money. We all deserve to eat. We all deserve to have safe shelter. Yes, that's somebody who loves others because they have that inner strength, and they know it's not the outer, that makes somebody loving. It's the inner, how you treat yourself, how you treat another. Yes. How you try to make it so that others can be in the flow, that they can feel that love, that they can receive that cup of love. How you can make it a more loving place for others. This is what the world is missing now. And somebody sang a song about it. Truly, what the world needs love is love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love, or love, true love, or something about love. Shit. What's the message? hmm What's the message? Thank you. Yes, I'm telling you, somebody they they're just like, receiving. They're in receiving mode. They are in receiving mode. They are just they chose love. They're just a loving person. They are not out to hurt anyone. They are here to help people, build things. This is like the perfect time. This is someone who wants to give to others, who wants to make sure others are reaching all their goals. This is someone who says that, what, we can create the relationships, the families, the whatever we want. It's not so much of who we were born in that same bloodline, but it's who we feel connected to. This is that type of person. This is someone who says, follow God, fill your cup with God's love, ask God, what does God say? Pray to God. This is that type of person. I'm telling you, this is the type of person that says, hey, if you overburden, ask God, pray. What does God say? This is that type of person. Follow your spark. Do whatever God wants you to do in the community. Your life purpose. That's that type of person. Hey, volunteer. You may have everything that you have everything that you possibly need, but it's always good to give back to the community. It is that type of person. So somebody that they wonder why they don't have that abundance, because they're not doing that type of shit. They don't have those types of thoughts. They're not giving that type of care. They don't, what's the message? Yes. Now someone's thinking about, going within, healing their inner child. Because really what they want is for the community sees them as the it girl. They want to be seen as the it girl too. Really this person has been spending their time, doing the wrong thing, trying to impress the wrong people, giving up to the wrong people. It's like sharing the cookie with everybody. And you're not calling it, you're not judging nobody. Hey, you've been in their shoes. You've been in their shoes. But somebody needs to follow a different spark. They need to get on their own grind. They don't need to follow the clinkety clink 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 of somebody's pocket change for their hopes of, really striking it big. They need to look at the big picture. God don't want them doing that. God wants them to seek God. God's going to give them the riches of their heart. I'm telling you, God wants this person to fill their cup up and be in the flow of listening and receiving from God. Instead of sitting here worrying about, where they're going to get this, where they're going to get that, and trying to come up with the plan themselves. Because then whenever they come up with the plan themselves, they always fuck themselves up. It never fails. Then they make the shit worse. Then the shit go down to hell. And then now they owe somebody. And it's always somebody that they not really interested in, that they wish that they would have never, ever, 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 ever made this deal with. Because let me tell you something, they feel like in order for them to even give this person a tightly closed lip peck on the cheek, on that greasy, pimple-filled cheek, pimple-filled cheek, they got to have a spray bottle with half ammonia, half bleach, ready to spray on their lips with some goggles, because that shit will burn the eyes, and the nose plug, because that shit will fuck up some nose hairs, so that they can get all that grease and pus from their lips. You know what I'm saying? They have even been spending time trying to see if there's some type of coating balm that they could put over their lips in case, that somebody wouldn't be able to tell that they really got this extra, extra thick coating balm. And they was looking at numbing cream too. And they was trying to see if they could get some mail order opioids, because they surely did not want to be sober when they did this shit. They want to be high. They also had to look into some ankle weights, because they plan on being so damn high. The ankle weights is going to make sure they stay down on the ground. If they could do anything, they would do this to make a wish that they didn't get themselves in this type of predicament. But you know what? That's karma. That's karma. They was in such a rush They was in such a rush to jump out there, make a fresh start without waiting on God, that they got rejected. People was like, no, we heard that you like, you know, pus face people. And then somebody then they were, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. No, you don't understand. No. The only reason, no, and it wasn't even really like that. I didn't really like that person like that. I was just using that person. And then people were like, wait, what? She was just what? For shame, you know. Mm-hmm. So don't do it. Just wait. Work on self. Ask God to show you the way. Don't do all that shit. You know, it's like somebody they want to be seen in the community so bad. I'm telling you, but they see that they're not seen in the same light. You know, this person they have to release trying to steal your blessing. They got to release that shit. You know, they got to worry about uh, uh getting across the finish line they damn self. You know, and stop trying to uh uh take from somebody else, indulge in somebody else's, biting somebody else's rhymes. Stop that. Cut it out. Cut it out. What else? Anything else in this stack? Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's time for someone to explore their own spirituality, like really get into it. Stop saying, oh, I know I'm spiritual. No, you may not. You may not even have just scratched the tip of the iceberg. You know, it's like somebody that they have problems sleeping at night, but yet they're afraid to talk to God, truly talk to God, and not just talk to God. They're afraid to listen to what God has to say. Because they're afraid of the answer. They're afraid of God's response. They're afraid of God showing them everything that they did to create these burdens that they're going through. So that's why it takes a strong person to ask God to show you. Because when God shows you, He's not going to let you look away. A lot of times people can't look because they really don't want to see everything that they need to see to understand where they're at that moment. It's easy to only see some of it, but not all of it. What's the message? Thank you. Mm-hmm. Someone's not ready. They really don't want to do that shadow work because, like I said, they want to see some of it, but they don't want to see all of it. But right now, you understand where someone's at. You understand what someone is going through. But you also understand where someone has to go to get through. You've been in their shoes before. You used to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. So you know what someone has to go through to get where they want to be. Yeah. Someone right now, they're just going to go with the flow. They're just going to act like they don't really know what's going on. But it's like they're just waiting, maybe just to still take something in case they need to move on, in case the envy is too much, in case the bitterness becomes too strong. Because really, somebody doesn't really want you to succeed unless they're riding on your shoulders and they succeed because of you. Spirit said to speak and rely on Spirit, to ask Spirit for that guidance, to rely on the intuition, your own intuition that's in your own cup. Spirit said, stop expressing so much outwardly. Stop expressing so much outwardly because you're giving out your energy. It's like you're dispelling out of your blessings, because Spirit said what was for you is for you. Spirit said there was only one bright star. It's okay to boss up. It's okay to want to help others, to have that huge heart. But make sure that what is it? It just went by so quick. It's like nip it in the bud. Nip it in the bud quickly. Yes, that way the momentum, everything stays balanced and the momentum continues. Nip whatever it is in the bud. Spirit said start doing things by yourself. Start praying to yourself. Start, researching things by yourself. Because the more you're bringing, it's like somebody is trying to, like I said, somebody's so worried about what others think about them, and they're trying to compare themselves to you. What's the message? Anything else, Miss Steph? Thank you. And of everything else, don't forget to continue to be you. You know, don't forget to continue to be you. You just being you is helping the community. You are being of service in what it is that you do. Yes. Continue with that momentum. Continue with that, because that dream is coming true. This is like a goal that you're in the purpose, that you're already in the presence of making. You know, people people are looking at what you're doing and they're getting the big picture. You know, yes, yes, yes. So continue with that. Continue moving forward with that. Let's see. Put one more. Hey, Queen J, how are you? And Deborah, how are you? Hey, LJ, how are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you, LJ. Bottom of the deck, the sun. I'm telling you, something what you're doing, it's bringing a lot of happiness. It's getting a lot of recognition. Yes, and this is just like the beginning stages of it. It's getting a lot of recognition. It's bringing a lot of joy. Yes, this is something that, you know what, you've been working on this for a while. This is something, an idea that you had in the past, confirmation. But it was like, for whatever reason, you couldn't figure out how to pull it together. There was something that was missing. There was something that you needed, but you kept working on this. You kept working on this, kept working on it, kept, mastering this. And that's whenever people started paying attention. People started paying attention also, like you started speaking, and maybe the words that you're speaking, confirmation, whatever you're speaking is helping people to get out of this oppression that they're in, to have this wish fulfillment, that they're able to loose these chains. It's like God is speaking to these people, moving these chariots forward, moving people forward, so that they are able to really grasp and understand, and accept and adopt their spiritual self. This is like how you're teaching people how to fight broken hearts, how to get past, these things that hurt our us in the past, that kept us stuck. You're fighting that. You're going against that. What you're doing is you're telling people that a lot of these things may be, family related. People that were related to how these people have us stuck, how these people have us worried, and things like that. And then, sometimes it's the devils in our lives that we have to let go of. We have to allow, that these are the devils that are sitting here, causing us the most pain. Yes, we have to be victorious. It's like, with the six of wands. That's like we have to fight for our own relationships. These relationships that mean the most of us to us. I mean, it's like we know the truth, and we cannot allow someone to tell us lies when we know the truth. Archangel Michael is here with us, and it's almost like Archangel Michael is here fighting for us, for the truth, exposing the truth. And you know what? People are coming to you. It's like they're coming to you. People that are stuck. They're stuck, and they're out alone, but they feel like out in the cold. They feel like a fool, like somebody that's alone. It's like this is somebody who made a rash movement, and now they're alone, but where they went was a dark place. This is dark energy right here. Yeah, this is like, you know teaching people about relationships. So, and and then these offers that we need to hold back from, these offers that these people come looking good, but we need to hold back from that, understanding that this is only here to bring us towers, and these are lies. You can't make this shit up. Damn. And how people will set out to play these tricks on us. Yes. Goodness. Mm. What's the message? What is the message? Thank you. Yep. It's the end of the old. Something is over. Something is done. And somebody, I'm telling you, somebody regrets trying to overpower you. Somebody regrets trying to do something. They was trying to secretly work against you. They was going to try and come. They was going to try and secretly work against you. Like they was going to try and take something from you, and you was going to be powerless to be able to do anything. But see, they didn't know that they was dealing with an earth angel, and this is going to have them in that hangman energy. Now, see, somebody, they looking at you as an earth angel, and they're looking at themselves. If they tripped themselves up. See, because everybody sees exactly what somebody was doing, and they talking about it, how, and they was seeing how somebody was trying to come and start some shit, maybe spread some gossip, yeah, because they wanted you to be left out in the cold. But instead, you came back swinging. You know how to take up for yourself. I'm telling you, yes, this is your dream come true. This is your goal. This is your baby. You are the empress. Can nobody sit up on the throne like you? Yeah, somebody thought that they was going to be able to uh, do something or get something or get whatever, and eventually, have be able to take this leadership position. Like this leadership position was just coming in, you know, but you had sensed that there was something that maybe you didn't see, and it was, yeah, it was like how it's like somebody talking about it, but not being about it. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, somebody talking about it, but not being about it. You know, they talking a good game, but they shit ain't adding up. You know, and you was a person who you talked about it, and you was about it. You was about it. Okay, shit. You people knew whenever you put it together, it was gonna work. That you have receipts. You have receipts. And somebody was going to try and make it seem like they was the one that produced the receipts. Mm-mm. I'm telling you, what's the message? Yeah, like they was going to try and take your position. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm telling you, they're going to try and take your position. I don't think so. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But you know what? It was somebody else was talking to you, not talking to you in a bad way, but somebody else that is there, and they see that somebody that is there, that they got your back. Don't have to be a romantic couple, but there's somebody else there that has your back. And somebody could see how somebody was trying to snake somebody. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. What's the message? Mm. And I just heard, see, this person didn't think that somebody else was smart enough to know what the hell was going on. Mm. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna take all this because this was a hell of a lot. But I must have pissed them off. Let me see, we still going? Yeah, I guess we are. Surprised Ting Ting didn't shut that shit down. Yeah, they was upset because somebody's not down with that bullshit. Somebody ain't down with that bullshit, or somebody else trying to, yeah, they see that somebody gonna try and cause this, like they're gonna try and take something for their own. Like, no, 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 I'm the one who did it. Mm-mm. What's the message? Thank you. I just saw some flip over. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? I thought I did. And see, these cards, they so colorful on both sides, I can't really tell what flipped over and what didn't. There. Yeah, something about somebody thinks that they like, that somebody can't see something, like they shit is under wraps. You know what I'm saying? But they caught, they caught already. They already showed their hand. They caught already. This is them getting judgment, but they think that they receiving judgment, but they think that somebody don't see them. They see him. They see him. That's why they gonna try and be, oh, hey, what's going on? And then act shocked whenever that timer will come. Yes. Now I'm sitting here, somebody is just they making other plans. They making other plans to continue the mission on without, you know, But and somebody else is just going to have just the opportunity to sit there and watch somebody, and they're going to be so upset that they was trying to do this raw dog shit. I'm telling you, you do raw dog shit, you get raw dog shit done. Somebody didn't truly believe that this earth angel was also a high priestess. They truly didn't believe that, but I guess they truly believe some shit now, especially since that wheel of fortune, that how strong someone's intuition was, and how somebody made a decision and kept it moving, and that wheel of fortune kept turning in their favor. You know, it's like somebody is iced out, they blocked, they can't get back in, they don't know how, because they know that they was being a secret enemy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I did see one pop over, and it's interesting that it was this, but it's almost like somebody is I don't know, but this may be like end up being like part owner. This may be part owner, because right behind it we got the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So this would be like somebody that would be equally invested, equally staked in the company. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Okay, so we saw this, the person who knew the truth about somebody who had their back. Okay, that's what it was. It was the Ace of Swords with this. So this is the person who had their back. But you know what? It's like in the end, this person may be a part owner, because we saw the Empress right here. Okay, and yeah, so and with the King of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles, yeah, that's equal. That's equal give and take. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. What's the message? Yeah, because I'm telling you, loyalty is something. That's something. Loyalty is worth $1,000,000. Period. Okay? Can't make that up. That's loyalty worth $1,000,000. That's everything. That's put something on it. That's loyalty right there. All right? So somebody don't have a problem with somebody else being loyal. But you know what they do have? Somebody does have a problem with somebody who's going to sit here and try and take something that don't belong to them. Like they're going to try and do something. They're going to try and commit some type of crime. They're going to try and be in that devilish energy. Like they was just going to really do some shit. They's going to really fucking do some shit. Like say they was just like they just had it like that. Oh, shit. Sit your little ass the fuck on down. I mean that. Somebody just knew they was going to do it. Mm-mm. All they did was just get walked straight into justice. All they did was kindly walk themselves straight into karma. That's it. All that shit that they was trying to do, it's all been seen. It was done to them. Okay? Oh, because somebody had this plan. Somebody had a plan of some shit that was your plan from the long ass time ago. Fuck. Because they had a creativity block. They want to take your shit. The fuck? Yeah. Then they're gonna try and be a hidden enemy. Go sit your ass hidden. Go sit your hidden enemy ass down. Yes, I'm telling you. Wait a minute. And then so oh my goodness. So then okay, so now you see this couple, they thinking that this person, okay, the one who could, has a possibility of being part owner of the company, should, okay, because we got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, should work together, with them. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. Yeah, so somebody was a secret enemy, but also somebody didn't realize that this emperor, okay, really, I think, liked this empress. Yeah, this emperor really liked this empress and wanted to be a couple. I'm telling you, these pentacles, they sure do got they tits, they breast out in the pictures. I'm like, damn, that how y'all roll? I'm an air sign, I don't know. Well, I ain't got no double D's anyway. I got A's, damn near B's. Okay, let me see. Yeah, somebody feels foolish for this little plan. They really do. They're trying to hide their face because they feel like a fool. Because all that shit did. So I'm telling you, this Queen of Cups, she sensed that shit. She felt somebody sending this negative energy, and that shit went right back. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. See, I'm telling you, that's what caused somebody that to say some nasty things, to have some nasty things to say, want to get other people on their side, to leave you out in the cold, to do this, to do that. But it didn't work. You was able to protect yourself because people saw how you show up in the world. Like I said, you was able to block people leaving, because they saw that you was telling the truth. They saw that you was telling the truth, and they saw how somebody was trying to come up against you. They saw how somebody was really, really feeling and acting towards you. And they was going to do anything that they could with the Five of Swords. They was going to do anything that they could to come out on top. Mm-hmm. That's when people started thinking and seeing, wait a minute, shit's not adding up because the shit that they was doing is not sounding right, it's not looking right. And that's whenever they got judgment. That's when somebody was like, somebody did some investigating. That's when judgment came out. Because they saw that these ideas, wasn't even their ideas. That's whenever the towers hit. Hmm. That's why they saw that somebody, said, okay, well, this XYZ soap, we getting ready to do business and we getting ready to take the Y out. It's just going to be XZ soap because Y ain't acting right. Why, we don't know. But we just know that it's just now going to be XZ soap. So, and then XZ soap just take off, you know. Everybody started looking for XE soap, hearing about XE soap, trying to figure out where they can go buy XE soap. XE soap is just like the number one soap in all of the four continents and 93 countries and shit like that. And somebody like, damn, why trying to do this to this earth angel? I don't even know. I got myself stuck in some bullshit that I thought was gonna work out well for me. Like, damn, all I did was, and then I tried to work against them, and all I did was break my own fucking heart. It's like, damn, like, oh, I tried to hurt somebody over their money, over their gift, whenever it wasn't even my time, and I knew that shit, you know. Now somebody wanna trying to go towards you to give some type of apology. They like, I know I was pretty rough on you. I know I acted really ugly. I know I tried to take you out a few times. But I'm here to let you know I want to work on your side. Hmm. I'm here to let you know I'm ready to be on your team now. Where do we get started? When do I start? What's the message? Mm. Yeah, you like forget all that because I cannot trust your ass. How about you take that cup and shove it? You like I don't even trust you coming with an apology. No, because you was bold enough to come trying to whoop somebody's ass in the first damn place. I think not. I think not. That's why your ass got all your leg got all hooked up in the wheel of fortune, and that's why y'all shit stopped. And then you have nerve to act all shocked and appalled, like somebody got some fucking audacity to make plans without your ass. Shit, we couldn't trust your ass with the fucking money. Quiet as just kept. Couldn't trust your ass with the fucking money. Had to press you 14 weeks to find out what happened to that $5 deposit. And it finally showed up whenever I finally did, okay, I'm going to the state attorney general. Then all of a sudden the next day, boom, $5 land up in the account. And that was just to test $5. Shit. What's the message? Yes. Somebody understanding that little wish fulfillment that they thought, oh, that was no wish fulfillment at all. That's when somebody started making plans to close this chapter and keep it pushing. So, all right, y'all. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to be back a little bit later. Getting ready to let my dog in the house grab me something to eat. And I definitely want to say thank you so very much. Amazing, good crafts. I really appreciate you so very much. So very much. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. I love you all. And I look forward to seeing you a little bit later. Bye now.